Hello everyone, hope you all are fine. Today is the second day of our revision. Today we'll be doing the revision of chapter 2 and next week I'll be taking test based on both chapter 1 and chapter 2. So let's start today's revision part. Previous day we have done the discussion on chapter 1 matter. So today we will be doing the discussion based on chapter 2, that is physical and chemical changes around us. We know matter is something which has certain mass and occupies some space. Matter is everywhere and it is always experiencing either physical or chemical changes. That is, whenever there are applied conditions, can be artificial or sometimes there are natural processes by which these changes are happening every time, everywhere around us. First is physical change. We know in physical change the chemical composition of the substance remain fixed. There is no change that takes place internally, that is the chemical formula remains same. Only the change that takes place is maybe in the color, maybe in shape, or maybe in the state. You pause the video and read every line which are written over here. First example of physical change can be stated as cutting of a piece of paper or cutting of a piece of cloth, where there is change only in shape and size, but the original composition or chemical composition remain fixed. Before the change, after the change, internally or chemically, no change is observed. Next is another common example, melting of ice. Only the state of matter changes, that is from solid to liquid, but the formula, that is H2O, remain fixed. Cutting of wood using a saw, that is sawing of wood, is an example of physical change, because here also only the pieces become smaller but chemical composition remain unchanged. Sublimation of dry ice is also physical change, because here only change of state takes place, that is from solid to gas, and we all know dry ice is solidified form of carbon dioxide. Second type of change is chemical change, where change in chemical composition is observed along with change in color, change in odor, shape. These also can be seen. Now baking of cake is example of chemical change, where the main ingredients with which we start, we make dough and then cake is made. The initial and final texture and the internal change in chemical composition is observed. So it's a chemical change. What are the signs of a chemical change? That means how to understand. What are the signs of a chemical change? That means how to understand externally that change is chemical change which has taken place. Now there can be precipitation. Precipitation means formation of an insoluble compound from the soluble solution. Suppose you are mixing two solutions which are soluble in water, and when you are mixing you are getting an insoluble compound. Suppose I am giving an example. Silver nitrate is one compound, sodium chloride, common salt, that is also a compound. When these two solutions are mixed, we get a white color precipitate of silver chloride. So precipitation is formation of an insoluble compound from two soluble salt solutions or two soluble compound solution. Other than formation of precipitate, there can be production of gases, there can be change in temperature during the course of reaction, there can be change in color, there can be change in odor. So some of these, or sometime one or two of these changes are seen during a change or during a course of a chemical change or during a course of chemical reaction. One such example where visible changes are very much clear is fireworks. We all use crackers, and nowadays those 10 shots, 30 shots are very popular. We know when these fireworks are used, the entire sky lighten up and also heat generate. So it's a very fine example of chemical change. Next example is lighter fluid burning, and there also we are getting both heat and light through this chemical change. Next is toast burning, which is also a chemical change. But remember, whenever you are saying about physical or chemical change, do not use the term reversible. Better you can say that it cannot be reversed by reversing the condition easily. For chemical change and for physical change, it can be reversed easily by reversing the conditions, because already we have discussed about those physical changes which are irreversible and chemical changes which are reversible. Another example of chemical change is rocket fuel burning. Rusting of iron, which is another fine example of slow change as well as chemical change, where iron gets rusted, that is formation of hydrated ferric oxide takes place in presence of oxygen and moisture. Now, other than these physical changes and chemical changes, some other changes like slow change, fast change, periodic change, non-periodic change, desirable change, undesirable change, these also we have read, we have done already, and now you all can easily differentiate between physical change and chemical change. Now these type of short questions can be asked like tearing of paper, whether it's a physical change or not, mixing of salt and water, whether it's a physical change or chemical change, burning of paper, and etc. So we have completed our this week's revision. Next week you all get ready for the revision test. Till then, take care of your health, take care of your hygiene, and see you in the next class. Bye.